Hello and a very warm welcome to Science Monitor, your favorite weekly update on science, technology, research and innovation. I am Aishwarya Kapoor with you. In today's episode, we will talk about completion of Government of India's Cleanliness Campaign 2.0 started on 2nd of October and how an artificial intelligence-based monitoring model developed by a school student can reduce the loss of life in road accidents. We have plenty in store for you. But first, let's begin with the headlines. The upcoming Akash Tattav conference will introduce the younger generation to ancient knowledge. Ministry of Science and Technology and Indian Space Research Organization, in collaboration with Vigyan will organize the conference in Dehradun. Successful completion of Special Cleanliness Campaign 2.0 of Government of India. A large number of pending government cases were settled during this campaign that lasted from October 2nd to October 31st. Carbon nanotube-based Buckypaper sensor developed by CSIR National Physical Laboratory. This innovation can give the medical sector an affordable solution to physical activity monitoring. And school student prepared an innovative model to prevent loss of life in road accidents. This project, prepared under the DST Intel, can give a new solution to the country. And now the news in detail. With the aim of acquainting the younger generation with the ancient knowledge, ISRO and the Ministry of Science and Technology, in association with Vigyan is organizing a conference entitled Akash Tattav. This conference will be organized in Dehradun from 5th to 7th of November 2022. Here is a special Science Monitor report on the conference.
Science has been an integral part of India's ancient knowledge systems, as is witnessed in mythological stories as well as the Vedas. We can find many instances of the presence of concepts in India's ancient scriptures which can be tied to modern science. Over time, we have lost touch with this ancient knowledge. Now, with the aim of acquainting the youth of India with the glorious knowledge of our heritage, the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, in collaboration with the Indian Space Research Organization and the Indigenous Institute Vigyan is organizing a 3-day Akash Tattav conference. Sharing details of this conference to be held in Dehradun from November 5th to 7th, a press conference was held recently in the national capital, where Union Minister of Science and Technology, Earth Science and Space, Dr. Jitendra Singh shared details about the upcoming Akash Tattav conference. The Secretary of the Department of Space, S. Somanath, and several other dignitaries were present on the occasion.
In this ministry, over the last 1 year or so, we have sought to carry out projects which have been theme-based, not ministry-based, because otherwise we learned even during the COVID, every second room had a separate project on COVID. Because if COVID was a saleable subject, you got easy publication, easy funds. So I think that leads to sometimes, suboptimal utilization of resources. So we have already integrated in the sense that we have regular joint meetings of all the 6-7 ministries or departments of science in the Government of India. So this is carrying forward that now from that whole of government which I have been saying of late, whole of government should now extend to whole of nation, whole of society. So we are, I think that is one of the hallmarks of this event.
Around 35 eminent speakers from across the country are expected to attend the conference in Dehradun to discuss topics such as developing a sustainable life based on Panch Mahabhut. It is believed that Panch Mahabhut, or the 5 elements, earth, fire, water, air and sky, are the basis of all matter and life on the earth. During the Akash Tattav conference, there will be a discussion on how the sky is an important part of the creation of life. An attempt will also be made to understand the connection between ancient knowledge and modern science.
basically to strive to tell one Tattva, that is Akash, out of the Panchapudas which we know, to elaborate this to the context of science, which are the earlier wisdom that existed in this country, connect with the modern knowledge and skill that are created in this domain at various departments and ministries and science establishments. So we are bringing together a lot of people, almost 35 leading speakers to talk on this topic of various aspects of it, on those 5 themes already mentioned.
It is important that the youth of India understand how the wisdom of ancient knowledge connects with modern scientific advancements. This awareness is key to building a self-reliant nation. Ancient knowledge believes that the Panch Mahabhuts are the key to solving environmental issues for the betterment of society as a whole.
So you will see that this national conference will see the amalgamation of Indian ancient wisdom, contemporary science, and the integration of the two on the platform of Akash Tattva.
The Akash Tattva conference will showcase the blending of traditional and modern knowledge through an extended integration of all schools of thought. There are plans to organize such events in the future too, at a global level. This will not only make Indian youth aware of their traditional knowledge systems, but also act as a beacon guiding the whole world.
The Special Cleanliness Campaign 2, launched by the Government of India, completed successfully on 31st of October. This special campaign was started from 2nd of October with the aim of cleanliness and reducing the pending cases in the government departments. During this time, a large number of cases were settled in government offices and scrap was removed. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh also shared the achievements of this campaign. A Science Monitor report.
Along with the problem of cleanliness in the country, there is an increased need to ensure prompt and efficient handling of public grievances, parliamentary assurances, references from state governments, and scrap. The Prime Minister also envisioned a special cleanliness campaign to tackle this problem. In line with this vision, the Government of India launched a special Swachhta campaign to run from October 2nd to October 31st for cleanliness and to reduce the number of pending cases in government departments. Under this special cleanliness drive, attention was given to the ministries, departments, and their subordinate offices, as well as regional offices. This campaign, which was run under the supervision of the Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances, has now been completed successfully. Under Swachhta Abhiyan 2, emphasis was laid on institutionalizing cleanliness, which includes functions like sensitization of nodal officers, identification of pending cases, scrap disposal and records management. Before concluding the review meeting, the Union Minister of Science and Technology, Earth Sciences and Personal and Public Grievances Dr. Jitendra Singh shared information about the achievements of the past 3 weeks.
मोदी जी ने जब 2014 में एक स्वच्छता अभियान प्रारंभ किया था तो उस समय एक नई जागरूकता भी पैदा हुई और पहली बार ऐसा हम सुन रहे थे कि प्रधानमंत्री लाल किले से इसका आह्वान कर रहे हैं और ये देखते देखते जन अभियान बन गया। उसके बाद धीरे धीरे हम आगे बढ़ते गए। प्रधानमंत्री भी समय समय पर मार्गदर्शन करते रहे। जब हमने स्वच्छता का पिछले वर्ष अभियान शुरू किया तो उसके साथ कुछ और भी जोड़ दिया।
The special Swachhta campaign 2 was successfully conducted at 68,363 sites. Under this, 40 lakh files were reviewed in various government offices in the first 3 weeks and more than 3 lakh public grievances were redressed. References from over 5,000 MPs were answered. During this period, scrap was also disposed of, which earned the government 254 crores of rupees. The scrap removal also cleared up over 37 lakh square feet of space. In the fourth and final week, these achievements multiplied manifold. If you look at some of the figures from some government departments, the Department of Posts conducted this campaign in about 18,000 post offices. The Ministry of Railways cleaned more than 7,000 railway stations. The Department of Pharmaceuticals covered about 6,000 campaign sites. About 4,500 campaign sites were handled by Department of Defense, and the Home Ministry carried out the campaign in about 5,000 places. As part of the campaign, departments and institutions under various ministries also launched online portals which increased transparency as well as sped up the disposal of pending cases. By promoting digitization, the use of paper has also been reduced to a large extent, which is an important step from an environmental point of view.
कोई भी अभियान जो होता है उसका मुख्य उद्देश्य ये होता है कि हम अपनी किसी लक्ष्य के प्रति, किसी आदर्श के प्रति, किसी उद्देश्य के प्रति अपनी प्रतिबद्धता को पुनः जाहिर करें, अपने संकल्प को पुनः समर्पित करें, रीइटरेशन ऑफ वन्स रिजॉल्व। लेकिन अभियान का अर्थ ये नहीं होता कि स्वच्छता केवल अभियान तक सीमित रहेगी। ये एक व्यवहार की बात है, एक अभ्यास की बात है।
The present government has laid special emphasis on campaigns related to the environment and public health, like the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, and now this special campaign aims to better our administrative system. This is the first step towards good governance, not only for the government, but also makes citizens aware of their duties, which is an important step in building a successful and prosperous nation.
Scientists from CSIR National Physical Laboratory, New Delhi have developed a Buckypaper sensor from carbon nanotubes, which can prove to be very effective in the medical field. This sensor can be a very accurate and cost-effective solution to monitor human body movements essential for medicos. To know what is this Buckypaper sensor and how it works, here is a Science Monitor report.
Monitoring the activities and functions of body parts is very important in medical science. Along with developments in science, many devices and sensors have been designed to measure the functioning of the patient's organs like heart rate, pulse, breathing rate, etc. This gives health workers exact information about a patient's condition. However, these devices and equipment are not only expensive but also huge in size. To overcome these problems, scientists at the National Physical Laboratory of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research in New Delhi have developed a Buckypaper-based sensor as alternate to these large, spacious machines. This Buckypaper sensor can collect accurate data on the function and activity of the organ on which it is mounted.
All kind of the motion monitoring can possible by using this kind of the lightweight the sensor. The advantage of this kind of the lightweight sensor directly, for the biomedical, because if you see the Parkinson patients, they have required the continuous monitoring, but most of the equipment you cannot run for the continuously, or sometimes it's like very bulky and heavy. So if we make like the use of the nanotechnology, so we make the CNT based Buckypaper and sandwich in the PDMS the lightweight, flexible and strengthable sensor that can be beyond the what the existing sensors can do. And the another advantage of this sensor, it's very sensitivity is very high.
Researchers from Photonic Materials Metrology at CSIR NPL fabricated a very fine Buckypaper sensor using carbon nanotube aggregates. This Buckypaper sensor is highly sensitive, lightweight and flexible compared to other sensors. Moreover, it can be easily applied to the human body part. The sensor gives accurate information about the functioning of organs such as the pace of breathing, pulse rate, etc. This makes it useful for monitoring patients during simple tests as well as for serious treatments. Most importantly, being a Buckypaper based sensor, it is a very cheap solution and can be easily used in remote areas as well. The invention has the potential to revolutionize the medical field.
We have developed an ultra-sensitive, highly flexible, wearable sensor that can directly be applied on skin, or it can be integrated into wearable devices, starting from the Fitbits to the smart watch, may it be smart bands or smart soles. This device has a huge application because this single sensor can detect a huge range of human motions, wide range of human motions like the finger bending, the wrist bending, the knee bending, the elbow bending, all these joint movements. And Also, the breathing patterns and the walking patterns and the speaking patterns while drinking, speaking, phonation, all these patterns can be recorded. And also the pulse rate, the heartbeat and the blood pressure can be monitored. This sensor has application in fields of wearable electronics, soft robotics, e-skin, that is the electronic skin, and the artificial intelligence.
CSIR National Physical Laboratory is India's national laboratory. It maintains standards of SI units in India and calibrates the national standards of weights and measures for all units, including time and physical measurements. The laboratory also carries out research and development work. Over the years, NPL has developed several technologies that have strengthened the nation. For example, recently the scientists of NPL developed a new type of ink that is instrumental in preventing the counterfeiting of currency notes, passports, and government documents. Now, this latest discovery will enhance the quality of treatment received by the common man, which is in line with the Swachhta Bharat Samriddh Bharat campaign of the Government of India.
A school student has designed a unique model to reduce the loss of life in road accidents. The artificial intelligence-based model will automatically transmit the information to the nearby hospitals and the concerned departments as soon as the road accident happens and its status is detected from the data received by the CCTV network. Developed under DST Intel projects, this model was displayed in the recently held national level exhibition. A report from Science Monitor on this innovative idea developed by a school student.
On average, in India, more than 4 lakh people lose their lives in road accidents every year. Most of these casualties are due to a delay in the transmission of information and the non-availability of timely medical help and services. Now, a school student from Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh has devised a solution to this problem. The student has developed an accident monitoring and information technology model under an agreement between the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India and Intel. This artificial intelligence-based model analyzes data received from the CCTV network and immediately transmits the information to hospitals and emergency services near the accident site. This reduces the response time of medical services and can help in reducing the number of casualties in road accidents. This innovative effort of the student was displayed in the national level exhibition and project competition program organized recently.
The reason why I made this program is that every year many people died because of car accidents. In 2020, there were around 3.54 lakh deaths due to car accidents, whereas the very next year it rise up to 4.03 lakhs. Therefore, I built this program where I will be using OpenCV library and detect the car accidents and then will inform that to the hospitals and the other emergency services.
DST has entered into an agreement with Intel India to promote artificial intelligence and machine learning technology in the country. Launched under the name Building Artificial Intelligence Preparedness Among Youth Innovators, the objective of this project is to build digital growth among students of classes 6th to 10th. With the help of Intel, students are being introduced to this innovative technology and motivated to showcase innovative ideas based on artificial intelligence. The result of this effort is now visible. This year, students from across the country developed artificial intelligence-based projects for the DST Intel exhibition. The AI-based model to reduce the number of road accident-related deaths is one such project. Under the DST Intel program, children are exposed to this innovative and versatile technology from an early age. Using science and technology, these young minds are channeling their creativity in the right direction. This could make our next generation earn the moniker Artificial Intelligence-based generation.
And now let's have a quick look at some other developments that have made news in the field of science and technology in our segment Science Express.
The Department of Science and Technology also made a significant contribution under the Special Cleanliness Drive 2.0 run by the Government of India from October 2nd to 31st. The green measures adopted by DST, including the buildings, have served to give impetus to the cleanliness drive. The new buildings constructed on the DST campus have significantly reduced water and energy consumption from the very first day of their use. These buildings have been constructed in accordance with the Green New Building Ratings of the Green Building Council of India and the LEED BD+C rating of the US Green Building Council. New green buildings have capability of energy savings of 20 to 30% and water savings of around 30 to 50%. In addition, they have also made significant improvements in air quality and daylight, ensuring the health and well-being of occupants, the safety benefits, and conservation of scarce national resources. The Green Building Rating tool, also known as a certification, is used to assess and identify buildings that meet certain green requirements or standards. Such buildings are identified and rewarded and encouraged to pursue these potentials. As part of the international research program, researchers from the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, in collaboration with the NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory, are conducting research in space. Under this research, the interactions of microbes in the International Space Station are being studied. The research, which will help develop strategies to disinfect space stations, will help reduce the potential impact of germs on astronauts' health. During space travel, the immunity of astronauts may be different, and it is also difficult to provide them medical facilities like on Earth. In such a situation, it becomes important to find out what danger germs can pose to the health of astronauts during short and long-duration space travel. This research has recently been published in the prestigious peer-reviewed international research journal Microbiome. The Government of India is constantly working to bring ancient Indian knowledge and science on the world stage and promote its use, in which Ayurveda is one of the important subjects. In this regard, the 7th Ayurveda Day was celebrated recently. This time the theme of Har Din Har Ghar Ayurveda was given to the campaign organized by the Ministry of Ayush, in which about 1.7 crore people participated enthusiastically. The objective of this campaign is to disseminate the benefits of Ayurveda among the communities at a wider and grassroots level, so that people can take health benefits with the inclusion of natural resources and ancient knowledge around them. This will reduce the burden on the existing medical system and can help in achieving the goal of Healthy India. Under this campaign that lasted for 6 weeks, more than 5,000 programs were organized in collaboration with more than 26 ministries and embassies, including the Government of India and Ministry of External Affairs. Several research institutes under the Ministry of Ayush are conducting research in the field of Ayurveda. On this occasion, a book on the Ayurvedic Pharmacopoeia of India, the Ayurvedic Formulary of India, was also released. Indian researchers are developing a new model to increase the efficiency of oil refineries. Heat exchangers in petroleum refineries continue to be a major problem. Refineries usually have to completely shut down for maintenance, affecting functioning and production capacity. The processing units need to be checked during shutdown and to ensure proper maintenance of the equipment. In a new initiative, researchers from the Indian Institute of Technology, Jodhpur, along with industry partners, have started working on an artificial intelligence-based machine learning model and data pipeline. Researchers say this model can reduce the shutdown time of refineries and thereby ensure their better maintenance.
That is all in today's edition of Science Monitor. Keep sending your feedback and suggestions through email. Our email ID is indiascience@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, A50, Sector 62, Noida 201309, Uttar Pradesh. So we'll take your leave now. See you again next week. Till then, stay safe and think scientifically. Bye for now.